What's going on, guys? BSG bringing you another Grand Cross video, and I was waiting for this to actually drop on global, but it doesn't seem like that they're actually translating it anytime soon because it's been a couple of days since this dropped. Yeah, see, there's no like translated patch notes or dev notes for this, so I don't know when they're going to actually translate it and re-release it on the global side of things. But JP did end up getting dev notes, and I'll be completely honest with you, I'm not really the biggest fan of these of this like survey draw, whatever you want to call it, because last year we ended up getting this as well. And you guys remember a couple weeks ago I did make a video on that, and I was saying in that video that I hope that they followed up on everything that they promised or whatever, but it doesn't really seem that way. I mean, if you look at this just from a face value, it looks good, but if you really dissect everything, it's not a lot of things that have changed. I'll be honest, like quality of life changes are good and stuff like that, but we do need some really good updates to the progression system. The equipment system can still be upgraded. There's a lot of things in this game that we actually need. They didn't give us an item to increase our super attack level from like 1 out of 6 to 2 out of 6 or anything like that. They didn't give us easier ways to super awaken characters. They put them in event battle shops and things like that, but as far as it goes farming wise, not really much you can do about pendants and super awakening coins, and those are pretty much the main important things of the game, right? Those are the main things you need to progress, and there's no easy way to do that, unfortunately. So I don't really feel like these I guess you don't if you don't want to call it dev notes, you can just call it like, I don't know, you just call it like survey notes or whatever. But I'm not really the biggest fan, but let's just go ahead and dive right in. So this is just giving us a basic overlay of what's going on, like you know, how the game's going and stuff like that, the 30th anniversary dev notes and whatever. So here's the survey. This is why I was waiting for it to be translated, because I don't know what this says or anything like that, and I don't have a way to actually translate this, so unfortunately I can't read this. But they do give us a little bit of stuff in here about, you know, a brief overview of this. So it says many players answered that they were most satisfied with the main story and PvE content. To be honest, like, this isn't that surprising. I'm not like, oh my god, wow, really? No. There's nothing else to do really besides farm in this game. And that's fine. That's, you know, the main overlay of the game. That's what attracts players or whatever the case may be. It's fine. But there's not like any really exciting PvE content besides Demonic Beast Battle and maybe Tower of Trials, but not a lot of players can just always do that, right? You know, there are still people that cannot beat the bird, right? There's still people that can't beat the bird because they don't have the units, or they just can't beat it, I guess. And that is just the honest truth. So the main story is the easiest because you're just able to go through it with any type of unit you want. Besides the stages that limit you to certain characters, you're able to do it whenever you want to do it. So that's probably why a lot of people enjoy the main story. Also, the cinematics are good too, right? The cutscenes are nice, and they do mention that here, that the quality of the story and cutscenes are really nice and they put effort into it. So that's another reason. Now, strategy PvE is annihilation battles, and if you guys don't know, that's not demonic beast battle, the death matches, the demon matches, right? So it was the most favorite content for strategic PvE content. To be fair, this is probably because you need to do it, to be honest. You don't need to do demonic beast battle unless you want the holy relics. You don't need to do Tower Trials unless you want the rewards. You actually need to do deathmatch because you can't progress if you don't. It's just plain and simple. It's not about it being exciting or, you know, the best thing in the world or the best mode in this game. It's literally, you have to do demon matches, right? You have to. There's no ands, or buts. Unless you're always buying bundles or something like that, you have to do it. And there is no bundle for the new original demon material, right? You can't even buy that, so you have to do that. And I guess the Tower Trials and, yeah, Demonic Beast battles are favored by many players. which again, there's not that many PvE content in this game, so that's not that surprising, right? It's not really like, oh my god, I'm so shocked that that's the thing. No. Okay, so then we get to PvP content. So they say here that they thought many people would choose PvP because of the diamonds. That right there, this right here leads me to believe that all they really care about is people playing ungeared. They don't really care about geared PvP because I believe that they just want people to go ahead and play the ungeared for those diamonds, and they're like, okay, that's it. You play for diamonds. It doesn't. Yeah, see, it says it right here. The PvP general PvP that can be easily participated without equipment. It, like I understand diamonds are important, but it also is important to update PvP even geared. Like I don't see why they're not doing that. So this leads me to believe that they aren't going to update this anytime soon. I like that's one fear I have, that they're not going to update PvP anytime soon. Because of this, right? Because they genuinely thought that people would choose PvP as their favorite just because of the diamonds. Like not because of the teams, not because of the units that you could use in PvP, not even because of the league, because of diamonds. Like literally just because of diamonds. That's it. So a little scared about that one, but we'll see. We'll see. Then it goes on to Training Cave. Training Cave has to be one of the worst modes in this game. The skip tickets are nice, but why they locked it behind missions will always be a mystery to me. I do not understand what the purpose of that was. Just being honest, I don't understand why they did that. Maybe so you couldn't just cheese it, but as a newer player, there is actually no way in hell you're beating those missions. Like there's no way, because they're meant to be end game missions. They are. So you can't even do the skip missions unless you try your absolute hardest. I really don't understand why they did that. But yeah, it just goes over what the Training Cave does, like what it gives you. They mentioned the skip tickets and all that stuff. But I mean, I don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't understand. Demonic Beast Battle. Okay, so many players have commented that the difficulty level is too high for the Demonic Beast Battle. Okay, so this is true. This is true. I think people are like, they have this mindset that Demonic Beast Battle is literally impossible or you can't do it, and that is not true. They also might have this stigma that you do the Demonic Beast Battle and you don't really get rewarded for it, which you do and you don't. You get the materials obviously, but there are some times where you just don't get enough of the, like, I don't know, like the blue crystals for the big bird, but you have enough of the SSR wind source material, right? There are times you can get cucked, but I feel like having a negative mindset about Demonic Beast Battle is not going to help you. It can be annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it can be annoying, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. And they do mention that they are nerfing the deer. They are actually nerfing the deer, so the resurrection passive will no longer be a thing, right? It no longer will be a thing. I'm trying to I don't remember what they're going to replace it with, but the resurrection passive, it won't be a thing anymore. So that's good. That is good that he won't have the potential to just restore his HP or whatever. That is good. I do like that. I do like that. But yeah, they do nerf it. So just keep in mind, it might seem impossible, but it does get easier. We do get units that come out and just make it very, very simple and make it, like, I want to say casual. Like you can beat it casually, because if we look at the deer was difficult. Then they released Jamungar, and it's like, now it's cake, right? It's not an instant win, but it's definitely a lot easier, I feel like. And I do really like that they did that, right? I do. So let's just keep going. So satisfaction with improvement items. Okay. So I think that this is just going over like items in general and stuff like that. I believe. Let me see. Post content parts. Yeah. So basically, they're just going over like. Yeah. Okay. So they're saying they're grateful for this for their players being satisfied with the improvements. They are constantly improving the inconveniences, which sure I guess. Um, but yeah, a lot of people are probably just really tired of not being able to get specific items again. I wish I could read this. I really do, but I can't. Which is again, I wish they would have translated this on global. Um, but yeah, so basically they're just going over like improvements and stuff like that, and people are tired of the fatigue, and this is like everything. This isn't just like enhancement items and stuff like that. It's like their event bosses and stuff. Most of the time they just bring back the same event bosses and we know how to beat it, and it just gets easier from there because more units come out and make it just a breeze. Croc Shell can still be difficult. I feel like Croc Shell might be the hard, maybe like Galen's nephew might still be difficult. But for the most part, most of these event bosses just just ends up being a repeat of the same thing, and it's repetitive and it just gets annoying and tiring, right? So they're saying they want to improve that stuff, which they definitely could. So we'll see. We'll see. So satisfaction with special slash festival. I believe this is gotcha. All right. So this is talking about just gotcha in general. So basically what they're saying is that there are characters that aren't included in certain banners, which understand guys, like this is still a gotcha game. They're not gonna throw every god tier unit on one banner. They're going to make banners garbage. They're gonna make banners good. Sometimes they have good units on just really shitty banners, and we have to deal with it. Like this is still it's still a business that they have to run, and unfortunately, they need money. So they're going to make it to where there's a good character, but the banner's bad, but that good character is very good in what it's supposed to be, right? Like a PvP character is very good in PvP. A demonic beast battle is very good in demonic beast battle. Like they're going to make it to where you want to summon these characters. So understand that, right? And in the case of the gacha lineup, it is a pity that we cannot meet the needs of all players because the needs change depending on the situation of the players who play the game. This is very true. If you just started the game, you're not going to be as crazily wanting to summon on, I don't know, let's say a really bad banner with a good unit, right? You're not going to want to crazily summon on that. You're going to want to summon on banners that have a really good lineup, maybe like 2 or 3 bad units, but a very good lineup of characters you want as a new player. So that's when it's like, okay, new players are like, okay, sure, I can wait for another banner because I have gems to grind up and stuff like that. Whereas if you're a veteran player and you're not a whale, if you're free to play and you're a veteran player, you're gonna want to summon on a bad banner with a good unit because that good unit is just that good in what it does, right? But if you have to decide whether, okay, am I waiting or am I gonna summon, then it just becomes a point of contention. But understand that, yeah, they can't meet everybody's needs. Most of the people know that, but if you're one of those people who gets angry or something like that because, let's say, your favorite unit comes out, but the banner's trash, sorry, but it's gonna be garbage, right? It's gonna be trash. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Players who have been playing Grand Cross for a long time do not need the initial characters, but new and returning players acquire and train various characters to raise the overall fighting class in 7 constellations. Since it is necessary to do so, we are allocating so that various characters will appear. This is also true. New and returning players, they do need some of these garbage characters, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you, they do. We complain about Green Escanor being on the anniversary banner, rightfully so. We complain about that, and he shouldn't be on there. Just point blank, period. He shouldn't be on there, but he is. But new players do need him. They actually do need him. Keep in mind, they're not gonna be as as efficient in team building as veteran players. They're just not. And a lot of people don't seem to understand that when it comes to, you know, looking at banners overall. Because as much as I hate that I really, really hate that Blue Demon Meliodas is on the anniversary banner. But a lot of people, if they like him and they need him or they want him, they're going to vote for him, right? So, and again, it is necessary to actually, yeah, to raise your overall fighting class in 7 constellations. I wish they would have did it on another banner, but it can't change it, right? You can't change it. So they do need to accommodate every player. They do. So even if we get let's say Bryn Hill comes out next week, right? And she's like, oh my god, she's really, really good. But then her banner sucks. Like, her banner is ass. Newer players need those units. Yes, they can pull them on the tickets. Fair argument there. Yes, they can pull them on the tickets, but they want the new character too, right? They want that new character in that lineup. So, yeah, right. But yeah, I understand that, right? We understand. We understand that they can't meet everyone's needs and stuff like that. So, of course, now, satisfaction with minigame events. I hate the minigame events, to be honest with you. I think that some of them are nice, but then again, like, they're just mini games. At the end of the day, they are just mini games. You can consider it I don't consider it. Me personally, I don't know if I would consider that content, but I know people do, because mini games are just mini games, right? You get a lot of rewards sometimes. You get very good rewards, like Hawk's treasure chest. I love that one, but other than, like, bingo's nice. Spin event is kind of cool. Then you get the weird ones where you have, I don't know, Hawk and Oslo picnic. You got the AFK one where, you know, you're constantly upgrading Hawk. Stuff like that is just, yeah, it's what they said, it's a headache, right? But they're always gonna add minigame events because honestly, it's just a part of the game. That they're always gonna add minigame events. So satisfaction with combat events. So I don't know what this one means, but I think they're just talking about the overall, like, event boss battles and stuff like that. Yeah, I think so. I don't really, yeah, I don't really understand this one. I see, this is why I wish I could read it. It says, I mean, it says combat events, so I'm assuming that they're just talking about co-op events and stuff like that, whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna just skip over that one. I don't really understand that, unfortunately, but they're talking about event boss battles. I mean, I mean, I guess they're cool because they give you stuff, but at the end of the day, me personally, I'm not, like, too excited about playing those, being honest. Expansion of training events. This one right here, where is it? Yeah, it is this one. Okay. This one right here scares me a little bit. It does scare me a little bit because of one thing they say. We'll get there. We'll get there. So this is talking about training events. They're talking about level 100 being a thing. They're talking about evolving your characters, and they say it's been a long time since we expanded the character development. September of 2021 was not that long ago. It's like 6 months. Like, literally, it was like, no, not like, what was it? October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Okay, so it was about, give or take, 9 months ago. It's not that long, right? It really hasn't been too long, but they really could have waited to drop level 100 until next year, like, legit next year. But anyway, this is what scares me the most. This is what scares me the most. So they're talking about Super Awakening, yada yada yada, all that stuff, right? This, what the, as with the fun of nurturing various characters, I think that strengthening your favorite characters is an important part of the fun of the game. And as we celebrate the 3rd anniversary, we have made it possible for players to develop characters as much as possible. This right here scares me. Like it actually scares me for the future of progression. I don't know what Netmarble thinks is fun, but I can 100% guarantee you, if I ask everybody that plays this game, do you have fun upgrading all the SSRs in your box? No. It's gonna be no. Favorite characters is different because if you like the character, you're obviously going to work on that character. I understand that. But they literally in this right here said that they did this on purpose. They're literally outing themselves right here. They said we made it possible for players to develop characters as much as possible. They don't care. Like they actually, from what I'm getting from this, they don't give a fuck about the progression. I feel like they think that many players are like, oh my god, level 100? Yes, we needed this. This is what we need. You know what? On top of it, we actually need more than, we need platinum awakening, ultra awakening stars, right? I feel like that's what's going through Netmarble's head. Like I actually feel like that's what's going through Netmarble's head with this line. It's crazy. It is actually crazy that they think that upgrading characters is fun. It's not fun. It's essential. It's literally essential. You need to do it. You need to. There's a difference between actually being fun and needing to do something. What the hell? So anyway, they go down and we keep going, and it says the development element expansion of the new demon match, and we expect players to have a novel strategy and combination of characters. Bullshit. Bullshit. No way. They did not say this. They know for a fact that once a set team is used for demon match, they're going to use that set team. There's not going to be any variety. You think I'm going to go inside, or you think I'm going to go into the new demon match and use fucking, I don't know, red mono with a bunch of random units and win? No, there's no way I'm doing that. You use Trader Melly, Deanne. You can use Derriere if you want, but you're using Red Gother, and another team is using like another Red Gother, Arthur, and something like that. That's from what I've seen is the best strategy. No one else is using, like, I don't know, Red Demon Meliodas, Red Shin, Red Escanor. We're not using those characters. So a novel strategy, yes, but combination of characters, no, bullshit. Get out of here. Of course, as long as a long time has passed since the service started, we fully understand that some players might find it burdensome. Yes, burdensome because there are many characters that have appeared, just as players who are still training characters and players who have newly started the game can follow the conventional training stage. The number of evolution material drops for the Red Demon, Gray Demon, and Demon Beast, what's his face, Crimson Demon, has also been adjusted. Nice. So basically what they did was they increased the drops that you can get from these bosses, which is good. I do like that, right? I do like that they increased the drop rate, but what they should have done was remove the limit on how many times you can do the demons, and they should just allow you to be able to do demons whenever you want. If that's too much, then they should at least remove the limit of how many times you can join a person. That would make it much better, right? Much better, along with the evolution increased drops, right? That would be good. That would be good. I don't care about this one too much. This is for literally brand new players. So if you want to read this, you can pause the video, but I'm not going to. Now this is interesting. This is actually pretty interesting. They're discussing a brand new PvE content, which I'm gonna be hopeful. I'm I've been hopeful a lot though, right? So I don't know, but I'm gonna be hopeful that this is actually gonna be something that they can make good. They released that Ancient Holy War when you chose between a demon and a goddess race or whatever, or side. Where is that at? It's been like four months or something since we've seen that. Where where is it? So I don't know, but they're developing like a underground labyrinth kind of mode that they mentioned. It's a starter name. It could change. Um, but it says it focuses on various uses of the characters you own. And then it says through play, we are developing with a new PvE method that clears the labyrinth stage while growing the character from the initial level. So I mean, sounds like they're trying to make it so that way you can progress units you own better, but I don't know. I actually have no idea. Kind of sounds like if you I'm playing Dislight right now, and it kind of sounds like it's called I forgot what it's called, but I think it's like Spatial Cube or something like that. It reminds me of a mode like that where you choose a road and you have to beat like different teams, but then you keep going and you get special like rooms and stuff like that. It sounds like that they're doing that. So I don't know. But this is interesting. So this will be after the festival with Elizabeth, the 30th anniversary. It'll be afterwards, and they still don't know when exactly it'll release, but they will let us know, stuff like that. So that is interesting. I'm kind of curious to see how this could go, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, it's Netmarble, so I know something's gonna go wrong. But yeah, I'm curious to know like what this is, and I want to see it in play. We probably will get like a live stream of them showing this alongside something. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we won't get a live stream. Maybe they'll just put it in a notice or something. But we'll see. And then this is for JP players. So JP players get 33 pendants and stuff like that. They already got this. So that's cool. But let me know what you guys think about these survey notes or dev notes, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Like I don't know. They didn't really mention anything about improving anything, and if they did, it was very scarce. So pretty much they just went over the survey and stuff like that and explained their reasonings for certain things. I don't know. I'm just praying that they just I don't know. Like I have no idea. I just pray that they follow up on some of the promises that they made. I don't know if they write them down or if they just try and do it off of memory alone, but we definitely do need some improvements to this game. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. As always, you guys already know, I will see you all later.